Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's our visiting team and our home team. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it can just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams that are fighting for their lives. They need to win Week 18 or else their season's going to end. And then on the complete opposite side, you got guys making plans for the offseason, figuring out where they're going on vacation. Week 18 is a tricky thing around the league. A lot of division games, a lot of interesting matchups. And we're just wrapping up stage one of what is an unbelievable NFL season.
Ready. They'll run with the former Badger, Braylon Allen. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the 31. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding.
Still 2nd down.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Not the sharpest of starts on offense. Here, an early 3rd and long. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
Individually, he comes in today's game, Mike, feeling really confident. He had a great week last week, 4 touchdowns, had that 1 interception. That was a bad decision, but there's a lot to build off of. The problem is it came in defeat. So now the question is, can he elevate his play even more, eliminate a few of the bad decisions, and along the way, bring along some better performances out of the guys around him? If he can pull that off, I think they got a great shot.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Christian Izzian on the stop. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Ready, go. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
That's good.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard
Tap
line.
to 60. Tap to 60. Ready?
He finds De'Ami Brown. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. De'Ami Brown. Touchdown, Portland. Touchdown, number 9 for the year.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
Defense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own
The Bice offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic. Second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Allen. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. Josh Hayes there on the stop. Second down, they need 7.
Second and 7.
They send the tight end in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He keeps it himself. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To the air now on first and 10. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Logan Hall. He gets in to record his second sack here in the first quarter. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long.
Look at my team.
The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Sentinels offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 4. Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up third down.
Third down and 4.
Go. 70.
And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Bison's offense ready to get back at it. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Now, faking the give. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
It's second down.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the first quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the second?
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
A gain there of 15. And that will be a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another first down.
First and 10 at the 43.
Back to the air one more time. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes, and once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
He tosses over the middle. This one is caught, and they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
First down.
His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Forced out wide. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. Creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
That's out quickly to Mitchell. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Here we go. Set. Set the line.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. This third and 6.
Come on. Hit.
They'll look to throw. The ball comes out. The defense has got it. Inside the 20. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll take it at the 12. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Bison's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. They'll run on first down, and here's Allen. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Josh Hayes there on the stop.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. 11 yards on the connection there. That's enough for a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Bison.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
They'll run with Allen. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and
From the 43, here's second and 6.
Back to 60, back to 60.
They go back to Allen. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll throw here on third and short. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
He'll drop to throw. That's taken in, and he will get the first down. They took a chance, but they convert on 4th and 3.
A gain of 4 yards. And a Louisville first down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On the ground, it's Allen, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's tackled at the 32-yard
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 5. Another run, and again, it's Allen. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 11, and that will be a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row, and another first down. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. Here's a run. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line.
On the jump.
Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
70.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And he's so close to the goal line, couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up third and goal.
Ready? Move it, 19.
The motion man here is Mitchell. Allen is in for a touchdown. So on third and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
The kicking team on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bisons are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Bison 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Sentinels offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll begin here on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Now they'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense. Talk things over before 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I continue in just a moment. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. This one fielded out beyond the 25. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in.
That's good.
18 Cardinal.
It's a gain of 32. And a Louisville 1st down.
He'll look to throw. That one swung out wide to Allen. And will be forced out of bounds, a very short gain. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. 3rd and 10. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3.
Okay, ready?
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. He'll get this complete to Allen. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6. Task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bison. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The extra point is good, and the Bisons will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Sentinels offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10.
Come on.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard
Here we
line.
go.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Number 89.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. Forced to his right.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
2nd and a yard.
Go.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
That's another Portland first down.
The pass is caught by Turner. And he's in! Touchdown Sentinel.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Now the try here for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Sentinels have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen.
And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. The Sentinels offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. As we take a look at the NFL's leaders in receiving touchdowns amongst running backs, you can see he's right at the top of the list entering the final weekend.
Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
The third quarter begins with a run. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now give on the ground. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Last 2 runs go nowhere and sets up third and very long. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
All right, so it's only one drive here in the second half, and they trail pretty big here to start the third. but it seems this defense came out with a little different energy than we saw in the first half. Whatever was said in the locker room seemed to have worked. Now it's the offense's chance to see if they can cut into this deficit.
The Bison's offense and Braylon Allen ready to take over again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. The motion man here is Mitchell. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. We'll try the right side this time. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Tyler Newman is there for the stop. Third, they need 8.
Third and 8.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
The Sentinels offense starting to trot out for this next possession.
Ready, break! Come on, ready.
His drive will start on the ground, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in third and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Vice offense headed back to take over once more. On the ground, it is Allen. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
A loss of 2.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 19 on that pass play. That's enough for a first down.
First down, Bison.
Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
A gain of 10 makes it third and 9.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch, and now fourth down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds they've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
But this turns out to be a solid return. They finally get him to the ground. The Bison's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Now, faking the give, forced out left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Louisville. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Sentinels offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6.
Come on.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready?
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open man is Kadarius Toney, the former Giant. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Go.
On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards. We had a chance to sit down with the defensive coaches the other day, and we asked them, give us a few key points for today's game. And the first thing out of their mouth, Mike, what was it? It was, we got to get off the field on 3rd down. Well, here we are in the 2nd half, and they've done just that. Right now, this offense has no answers on 3rd down.
The Bison's offense ready to take over once more. We're all even. 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
First and 10.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
On the handoff, it's Allen. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
70,
Allen gonna get it again. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. And that will be a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 60.
On the toss, they'll run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
1 yard gain. Brings up
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Rolling to the left. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far that has proven to not be the case.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
That's another.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
A run on 1st and goal. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
And he'll take this one in. Braylon Allen. Touchdown, Bisons. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. His kick is good. And the Bisons go up by 7, 28-21.
Sentinels 21.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Sentinels offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Now a run on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. The second down throw is incomplete.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The Bison's offense about ready to take over once more. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On second down, they run with Allen. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
On third down, it's Allen. Pickup of 14 on that one. That's enough for a first down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Bison.
Let's go. Ready.
On the handoff, it is Allen. And a good run there. It'll get him 5 yards. Now a second timeout called by the defense. And they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Get it. Hawk 70, Hawk.
They go back to Allen. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Tackle made at the 49-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 3.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down.
6 the Eagles, 6 the Eagles.
He'll drop to throw. Open man left side. He's got it. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. Take a look at his receiving numbers. So he has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 70.
That's out quickly to Mitchell. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season as he will get himself checked out. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Here we go, here we go.
On the give, this is Allen. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
60 Bison.
Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. So now, a big spot coming here. This to make it a 2-possession lead. Now a timeout for injury. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Sentinels offense ready to see what they can do. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
They'll drop to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
At the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Back to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
4th down.
Ready. Knocking it.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Bice offense make their way out to take over once more. Well, victory well in hand. Still a little bit of time left here, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to end this one.
Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So, it's a win for our visitors. They're able to finish the season in style as they get the victory here in the finale in Week 18. So, that'll just about